Okay, so for this video, I'm going to focus on explaining on how to find the median, lower, and upper quartile. So when we want to find the median, lower quartile, and upper quartile, we need to make, if we have a frequency distribution table like this, normally if we want to find the mean, we will have F times X, right? But it doesn't ask anything about mean, so you don't have to make this table. So the one that you need to make is another table, is the cumulative frequency, or CF, or cumulative frequency. Okay, CF stands for this. Okay, I'm gonna erase that. Okay, so how can we fill this new column in row column? So I'm gonna make this first. Okay, so when you want to fill this, the one that you need to focus only on the frequency. Okay, you don't have to see this first. Okay, if you want to fill that. Okay, so how can we fill that? This is how we do it. Okay, so the first value that we're going to fill is exactly the same with this guy. So it's going to be 24. It's going to be always the same, yeah, 24. And then the next one will be, you only need to add this number here with the next number below that F, right? So it's 24 plus 12 is equals to 36. And again, you add it again, 36 with 30, you will get 66. You add this again with this one, you get 80, and then you get this one is equals to 100. Okay, so this is how you fill the cumulative frequency table. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna erase that. Okay, so the next thing that I would like to explain is how to read this. So what does this 24, sorry, what does this 24, 36, 66, 80, 100 means? What does it mean? Okay, so I'm going to start from the first one, this 24 over here. Although you see that this is 24 and this is 24, it's the same number, but they have a little bit of different meaning, okay? So, and here for the CF, or the cumulative frequency, this is how we are going to read it, okay? So this 24 means that data number 1 until data number 24 is this guy, which is 20. Okay, data number 1 until 24. So why is it like that? Because if we write this down as like a singular data without a frequency table, it's going to be like this: 20, and then 20, and then 20, and then 20, and so on and so on, right? So we have this 20 as the value of the data, and we have 24 of them. So we're going to write down 20 24 times. It will take a lot of time, right? So instead of writing it down like this, we're just going to write it down like this. So that's why it's going to be very helpful for us to, if we can make a frequency distribution table. And as you can see that in here, right, this is like data number 1, data number 2, data number 3, data number 4, until data number 24. All of them are 20, right? So that's why we can say that this 24 means that from data number 1 until data number 24, all of them are 20, right? So we can read it like that, okay? So that's the first one. This is the 24 on the top, this guy. Okay, so let's go to the next one. The next one we see is 36, okay? Here we have 36. So that 36, this guy reads data number 25 until 36. Question: why do we start from 25? Because the previous data ends at 24. Until 24 is 25, right? 25, which means that data number 25 until 36 is this guy, which is 21. Okay? So let's continue that until we have the last one here. Okay, so I'm gonna erase that a little bit. Okay. So which means that this guy will be data number 37. Again, 37 comes from after 36, which is 37. And then 37 until 66. This guy is 66, right? Is 22. Okay, so if I ask a question, what is the value of data number 40? So if I ask, what is data number 40? Data number 40 is 21. Why is it 21? Not 21. It's 22. Sorry, 22. Why? Because 40 is in here, right? 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, until 66. All of them are 22. So if I ask data number 44, what is the value of data number 40? Is going to be 22. Okay, this is just an example, yeah? Okay, so I'm going to read that again. Okay, here we go. So let's go to the next one. We still have two more to go, but it's the same thing. So we get data number until 60, after 66 is 67, right? So this is going to be 67 until 80. 80 is this guy, 23. And the last one is that this guy is going to be data number 81, because after 80 is 81, right? 81 until 100 is 24. Okay, so this is how we read these numbers, okay? So we don't need to write this down actually. I'm just writing it down here because I would like you to understand how it reads and what does that number means, okay, in terms of frequency, okay? So next up is we want to find the median. Okay, so we know that actually this number here, the last guy, is actually the total data that we have here. The total data. The total number of data, right? Total number of data. So we have 100 data. 20, 20, 20, 20, and so on, 21 to 21, and so on until 24, and then, yeah. We have 100 data, okay? We have 100 data. So when we're talking about median, lower quartile, and upper quartile, it is going to be very related for the number of data, right? So I'm going to illustrate that for you. So if I have 100 data here, right? Have data from data number 1 until data number 100, right? We have 100 data. Okay, so we're talking about median, right? Median is actually the middle data, right? It's in the middle of these whole data. We have 1 until 100. The question is, if I split this into two equal parts, right? Two equal parts on the left side and on the right side, we will get 50 data on the left and 50 data on the right, right? So we get 50 data over here and 50 data over here, right? Right? That's why it means that this guy in the middle is going to be the median. Okay, so question is, what data is it? Is it data number 50? Is it data number 51? Or, I mean, like in the middle of that? It actually is in the middle. Why? Because it is an even number of data. So the number of data is even. So if you have an even number of data, so the median will be in the middle of two data, and then you divide it by 2. Okay. So if we have 50 data over here, so we'll get data number 1 until data number 50, right? So which means that on the right side of the median, that will be data number 51 until 100. Okay, so this is the illustration. And the median itself, it's not data number 50, it's not data number 51, but it is in the middle of that two numbers. Okay, so it means that the median will be data number 50 added with data number 51, and then you divide it by 2. Okay, so the next question is, how do we know the value of data number 50 and data number 51? We're going to see it from the cumulative frequency. Okay, data number 50 is in here, right? Because we know that in here is data number 37 until 66. We can see that data number 37, data number 38, number 39, 40, 41, and so on and so on and so on, and so on until data number 66. All of them are 22. So we can conclude that, oh, data number 50, the value of data number 50 is equals to 22. And data number 51 is also 22 because it happens to be in here, both of them, data number 50 and data number 51. So which means that the median will be equals to, because we know that data number 50 is 22, and data number 51 is also 22 divided by 2, and then you will get 22. So this is going to be the median value. Okay. And the next step is the quartiles. Actually, you're going to do the same exact thing, but the only difference is that when you want to find the quartile 1 or the lower quartile, you're going to focus only on the left side of the median. Okay, so you're going to focus on here, right? So instead of we have 1 until 100, now we have 1 until 50. Okay, and then we do the same exact thing like before. We find the middle in here, right? The middle from 1 to 50 is 25 and 26, right? Because we know that if we split this into two equal parts, so which means that there will be 25 data on the left side and on the right side and the left side of the data. So we will have 25 data in here and also 25 data in here, right? 25 plus 25 is 50. So which means that the middle here is actually doesn't have any value, so we have data number 25 and data number 26. 25 and 26. Again, why is it like this? Why is it not just data number 25 or data number 26? Because we have even number of data. 50 is an even number, right? So because of that, which means that the median will be in the middle of two numbers. Or the easiest way to do this as actually is just 50, this guy, added with 1 over 2. 50 plus 1 divided by 2 is 25.5. 25.5 is in the middle of 25 and 26, right? So which means that this is going to be this quartile 1. Okay, so actually you can do the same thing when we find this 50 and 51. Notice that when we make this guy here, the line, the median line, is actually from this 100, right? So 100 plus 1, again, just plus 1 divided by 2, plus 1 divided by 2. 100 plus 1 is 101 divided by 2, that will be 50.5. 50.5 is between 50 and 51, right? So in here, so which means that the median is going to be. Okay? So, yeah, this is how you do it. Okay? Next up, okay. So, I'm gonna erase this. Okay, so the quartile 1 will be like this. So data number 25 and data plus data number 26, and then divided by 2. Okay, so I'm gonna write down here. So quartile 1 is equals to data number 25 plus data number 26, and then you divide it by 2. Okay, so we have data number 25 in here is in here, right? Right? So it happens that data number 25 and data number 26 is both of them are here, right? Because we know that data number 25, number 26, 27, 28, 29 until data number 36, all of them are the same, which is 21. This guy, 21. Okay? Okay, so we can write this down as 21 plus 21 divided by 2. So that will be equals to 21. Okay. Next up is the upper quartile, this guy. So again, you do the same exact thing. The only difference is that when you're focusing on this diagram here that I've made, okay? So when you are looking for the quartile 1, so you only need to focus on the left side of the median. And if you're finding the quartile T, it means that you're going to focus only on the right side of the median, okay? So that will be, I'm going to find this quartile 3 over here, right? So how can we find the middle value in here? On what data is it actually? Okay, so another way on how to do this is actually you only need to add these two numbers and then divide it by 2. So every time you want to find the middle, right? You just add the two numbers on the left, the most left and the most right, and you divide it by 2. So you will get the quartile 3 is going to be data number 100 plus 51 over 2. Then that will be data number 75.5. Okay, so what is 75.1? It's between 75 and 76, right? It's between, right? Between that. 75 and 76. So it means that I'm going to write down the 75 and then 76. And then you can do the same exact thing when we find the quartile 1, right? So you find what is the value of data number 75 and what is the data of the value of the data number 76, and then you divide it by 2. Okay, so let's go back here. Data number 75 is in here. right? And data number 76 happens to be in the same place, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna read this again for you. So what does this 80 means? It means that data number 67, again 67 comes from after 66, right? So data number 67, 68, 69, 70, and so on, so on, so on, until data number 80, all of them are the same, which is 23. So we can say that in here, data number 75 is 23, and data number 76 is also 23. It happens to be the same, yeah? Okay, so which means that we can use this, so the quartile 3 will be equals to data number 75 plus data number 76, and then divided by 2. And since we know that data number 75 and 76 is 23, so we can write down here 23 plus 23 divided by 2, and that will be also equal to